Just what do you think about the way that your team closed out the season here, the regular season?
Yeah, terrific. Win a close game like that. Tough day to hit probably with the shadows. But just, I thought really good ball game. Great atmosphere. Kind of odd watching scoreboard like that, but I'm sure pretty neat for the sport. But excited we could finish it off like this, and know we're probably got a day off, and here we go.
You mentioned that the Blue Jays are up in the bottom of the 8th to the Rays 14-4. It looks like you guys are going to be hosting the Red Sox on Tuesday. Just what type of challenges does that team bring?
Yeah, I mean, great team. Obviously have had a great season. I'm sure we're going to see a great pitcher on Tuesday, but I know our guys are all looking forward to it too, and just try and continue to play our game.
Brendan.
Just how do you go against a guy like Crochet, who you figure will get?
Yeah, I mean, one of the game's best, obviously, and just turned in a phenomenal season. So, we've got some familiarity with him. We've seen him a few times. He's had success against us. We've dinged him a little bit too, and hopefully that familiarity serves us well going into Tuesday.
Susan.
How do you describe what Aaron Judge has just done this season?
Yeah. Batting title. I know it's meaningful to him. I just gave him a ball and said, Tony Gwynn, Rod Carew, Wade Boggs, you're in that company now. So, pretty cool. Just to see him, finish the way he did too, after going on the IL, scuffling a little bit there by his standard for the first couple weeks when he came back off the IL, and, really helped carry us down the stretch this final month. So excited for him.
Chris.
This will be the 5th time that you guys have faced Crochet this year. Do you feel like that's a benefit for you guys or more for him?
Got to be for us.
Any analysis? Why?
As a hitter, I always preferred seeing people, it's always tips the scales to the hitters. We'll see.
Right.
Now that you're through 162, how do you assess the season as a whole?
I don't. We'll make sure, that things end up the way they do in Toronto, and then it's on to the next. And we're just kind of in that mode right now, like win today. And we'll keep that same focus going into the next round, and we'll assess when the dust settles.
What was the biggest change in your mind over the last 2 to 4 weeks from earlier?
I think we just started to come together and realize our potential as a group. I think we got a little bit settled down in the bullpen. Max went through that stretch of 6 or 7 games where he scuffled a little bit. He really got it going and returned to being that ace. Obviously the emergence of Schlittler, but our pen really settling in too, and more and more getting settled into some roles to where we were able to close out games. But then the offense clicking. I think, and there were stretches in there where we beat you in different ways, with our speed and stolen bases, and obviously hitting the ball out of the ballpark. And, I feel like it finally just kind of came together for us a little bit in every aspect of the game.
Brian.
You mentioned the scoreboard watching. What is the feeling in that dugout when you see Toronto open up a big lead there?
I didn't want to go along with Bednar, so when he got up, it might even still been 8-4. Then it switched to 10-4 real quick, and then I was like, so my thought was I didn't want to go very long with Bednar. That was my thought.
Why did you go with Bednar?
Because he was hot. He didn't pitch yesterday. I felt like we were in a good spot, but that was probably going to be his last batter, regardless there. So I feel like a good, healthy work day there where he kept him under 20 pitches and should be good to go for Tuesday.
Gary.
We asked you about Crochet. Just how confident and excited are you to give Max the ball in game 1?
Yeah, Max is, obviously had a phenomenal season for us and been everything we could have hoped when we brought him in, and excited to give him the ball game one and, hopefully get us off to a great start.
Max.
Aaron, you finished the regular season with the same record as last year. Obviously, the roster is very different, but
Yeah.
what is it about this group that tells you you'll have a different result in October this time?
Well, hopefully we have the same result for a while. I don't know. Look, it's, we got to go. It's a long way away from getting back to the World Series still. It's like try not to get ahead of yourselves. We're different than we were last year, better in a lot of areas. Obviously, we lost some people that were pretty big contributors, I'd say. So, again, I feel like we're more versatile. I feel like we can beat you in different ways. But, we still got to go out, obviously, and do it now, and we're a long way away from that. So we're confident going in. I know the guys are, and hopefully we put our best foot forward.
Ron.
As it becomes evident that Tuesday is going to be a series against the Red Sox, any flashback to a certain series you had against them?
Not really. I mean, it's, just, they got the better of us this year. We won the last series. It's always a battle. And it's coming down to 3 games between the two of us. So hopefully we can back up our last series with another series win against them.
Last one, back left.
Aaron, playing this many games where things were still on the line, do you think, a benefit heading into the playoffs to practically have been playing in the playoffs for the last 2 weeks?
I think so. I think there's something to that. Now we got to go out and win the series, or else it wouldn't mean. But regardless of results moving forward, I think there is a benefit to, we've been playing high stakes games here for a lot now. Really down the stretch this final month, a month and a half ago, we were teetering on, when it wasn't going great, even being out of the picture a little bit. So to right the ship and then really solidify our position and then have a real shot at the East here all the way to the last day, hopefully is something that serves us well, has kept us sharp, has kept us really locked in. And, I think that's a good thing.
Last one now, Bob.
Aaron, you mentioned before the awareness of the scoreboard and after Toronto opened up that big league with Bednar pitching. How about early in the game? Were you doing any scoreboard watching then? First couple innings?
Yes.
And
the whole day.
All day.
Didn't stop.
And what was your reaction when Toronto came in and out to a 4-0 lead right away?
No, it was 5-1.
5-1.
Because Tampa took a lead, 1-0. Then it was 5-1. Then it was 5-4.
So you
how to manage a game. He's got the chronology.
Sorry, you got.
I was locked in on it. I mean, I know how to look here too. Like I know where everything is, so it's easy to follow.